Hey guys, happy Friday. It's Friday evening. It is 8:15, and I thought I would throw a live together because I was a little bit inspired. So I'm not sure whether anyone's going to be about because it's such a beautiful evening. I'm assuming everybody is probably having wine in the garden or barbecues or gatherings. And here's me on a Friday night, rock and roll, in my dinosaur pajamas. And I felt a little bit inspired. So feel free to tag your teams. I'm literally just tagging a few of you. Just scroll down so I tag a few different people. And you're probably thinking, this girl is absolutely mental. She's got soaking wet hair, she's in her dinosaur jammies, and she just loves life. So I hope we're all good. Hi Owen, hi Gemma, hey Raina, hey. Right, I hope you're all good. I literally, there's a reason that I am live in my dinosaur pajamas. I'm sitting here in my kitchen, feeling a little bit inspired, and it is Friday night, so if you need to go, honestly, completely get that. Feel free. Don't feel like you've got to stick around because I'm just going to waffle on and you can catch up at any old time. So, but I wanted to talk to you about confidence because I started thinking about a few things and I was like, while I was sitting here in my dinosaur pajamas, and I thought back to when I very first started Scentsy and when I very first started an online business and when I very first started my previous online business, and it sort of got me thinking, and I wrote down keywords. I was like, right, I want to do a training on mindset, consistency, not caring about what people think, and gratitude. They were all the things that come to me, and I was like, right, I'm going to start writing and see what comes out. And this whole training kind of evolved, and I was like, do you know what, I'm just going to come live and talk to you about it. So I've got the most beautiful view tonight. I'm literally feeling very grateful, sitting in my kitchen, sun setting over there, and I love my kitchen. I walked in here earlier and I went to my, oh my God, it makes me so happy. But the dinosaur pajamas, which aren't ironed very well, by the way, and this is going to go on YouTube, is a little bit poignant. So if I go back to maybe 2 years ago, or when I very first hit director, I set this group up, the Scent Squad, when I very first hit director, so 6 months into my Scentsy journey. And I decided I was going to have my own group. I was in a joint group with Laura and another lady called Kelly, and we was all directors together, and I decided I needed to lead by myself. But every time I went live, when I first started Scentsy, when I first became a director, if I came live in here, when I look back at lives, I've got perfect hair, I've got probably a full face of makeup on, I always had something nice on. And then as time's gone on and this group has become my comfort zone, if you like, you can see that I've gone from having a full face of makeup to no makeup to coming on after a workout, coming on in my dinosaur pajamas. And as time has gone on, I've become more and more confident in my abilities in here in this group. And it's exactly the same with your Scentsy business, okay? Now, it's not always easy to find the positivity, the rainbows and the confidence, and it's not always easy to dig deep and be like, okay, I feel like I've got something to say today and I'm going to go and say it to all my team. It's not easy to do that. And I'm sort of going to talk to you a little bit about like when I first started a business. So before I started Scentsy, a year previous, or maybe it was longer than that, probably 4 years previous to that, I started another online business. And it was reasonably successful. It was a weight loss, like healthy eating business. And I just combined everything I knew about diet, lifestyle, healthy eating and exercise to make this page. And some of you possibly followed it for a really long time. And I remember when I very first started that business, somebody said to me, how do you always stay so slim? And naturally, I was like, oh, do you know what? I've got a good metabolism. I do this. I eat well Monday to Friday, and then I enjoy my weekends. But I was really nervous about, I knew I wanted to set up a page. I knew I wanted to set up my own business. I knew I wanted to share recipes because all the time I'd put something on Facebook and someone would go, oh, have you got the recipe for that smoothie? Or have you got the recipe for that salad or whatever? But I just didn't feel, I felt like I was going to be judged, basically. So I set up my business page and I didn't tell anybody that it was me. I invited lots of people, and I remember friends going, oh, do you follow that page? I mean, Mummy Eats Clean. And people were like, do you follow that? Do you follow that? 1 second. Harry, turn that down a little bit, please. They were like, do you follow it? And I was like, yeah, it's me. I remember telling my friends. And they were like, oh my God, it's really good. Like, why didn't you tell us? And I literally had this fear of what they were going to think. And it's probably a little bit like when I joined Scentsy, it was all a little bit very fast. It happened very quickly. And I remember telling people that I was joining and feeling really nervous, because I remember like one of my friends saying, oh, you've gone over to the dark side of network marketing. But that was because network marketing had such a poor, not repertoire, what did? It had such a poor reputation. And I think gradually, I'm just going to move you around slightly so there's a bit more light here. And I think gradually network marketing reputation has changed as time's going on. But also in this day and age, or, you know, we become more confident in ourselves. As we get older, we become more confident in ourselves. Now, a lot of people might say, I'm not confident. There's probably some of you watching right now who don't think you're very confident. Post it in the comments if you don't think you're very confident. Now, my friends have always said that I was very confident, probably too confident. I was the girl that would go into a room. It didn't bother me about whether I knew people or whether I didn't know them. I would talk to anybody. That's still pretty true, to be completely honest. But it's not always easy. It's not always easy to be that person that's like, I'm a really confident person. Especially when people believe you're that type of person. You then have this stereotype to live up to, and this stereotype to become, if you like. So I haven't always been that confident, okay? I'm going to talk about that in a minute, Raina. You said that earlier, and it sort of triggered me to be like, oh, honestly, this will be relevant to you. I've always actually been, and you're not going to believe this, and some of you are going to be like, I can't believe you're saying this, but I've always actually been someone, and it's probably only been since I've joined Scentsy, now that light's right in my eyes, sorry guys, that I've realised that I'm more like this than I thought. I never used to care, right? I never used to think I cared. But actually, I think I've always cared what people think. I've always worried what people think of me. I've always, probably in the back of my mind, despite being that really confident person that goes into a room and chats to anybody, I've still always had that little niggle that sort of says, oh my God, am I being annoying? Am I being that person that, you know, they don't really like? I've always wanted people to like me and to accept me for who I am. And it's a really, really, really big battle that goes on a lot in your heads. And I want you to know that this battle still goes on in my head now. Yes, this group has become a massive comfort zone, like massive comfort zone. But if I'm to talk about my own personal Facebook, how many times do you see me live on my own personal Facebook talking about Scentsy? Not very many times. I do it, but not very many. And I tell you why. Because one, a lot of Scentsy consultants follow me, so I always think I've got to put that front on, if you like. And two, I then worry about some of the friends that I've probably made over the years that maybe don't agree with my choices of network marketing or giving up teaching. Some people that just don't get the network marketing thing. Some people that just don't get me. There are some of those mums in the playground maybe that, you know, do that look, that network marketing girl. All of that, okay, all of that. So I'm talking training.
I was going to wind you up.
I know you were going to wind me up. I'm training my team in my dinosaur pyjamas.
Right.
Is that
They
really?
find them more attractive than I do.
Exactly. Yeah, they love them. They love the dinosaurs.
They would.
They do. They love the jammies. Okay, so sorry, completely lost my train of thought because husband and child are now raiding the fridge and the cupboard. Okay, so how many of you have thought, right, I don't want to go live. I don't want to go live because I'm worried about what people think. I'm worried about people are going to judge me. I'm worried about my husband coming on my live and saying something silly, or I'm worried about what people are going to judge in terms of my house or what's going on behind me or what's going on around me. I was that person for quite a while, and I remember breaking that barrier when I first went live and actually spoke about losing my dad. And I think that barrier really surprised me when the reaction that I got was incredible. And also, I had 3 joiners off the back of it, which was totally unexpected. Sorry guys, I've gone from like having no light in my face at all to now having so much sun in my face that I'm like, I can't see. Hold on, I'm moving around. Because I've got you on, I've also got you on charge, and you're against some very pretty flowers that I bought for myself. I did get bought some beautiful flowers from another director actually, in another team this week, which are absolutely stunning. So, hopefully some of this is resonating with some of you. Hopefully some of you are thinking, do you know what, I am that person. I've just seen Gemma. Gemma's just written, I'm that person, okay? So, I've definitely been there. I've been there where I've worried about what people think, okay? I've worried about the other mums. I've worried, and you guys might not think that. From the outset, you might be looking in and thinking, oh, she's got her shit together. She's got it all down. But I'm very good at making everything look on social media like it's pretty perfect all the time. So how did I overcome it? Okay, how did I grow more confidence? Well, first of all, it really changed. Things really changed for me, and I really changed as a person. Right, when I joined Scentsy, if I honestly look back at the person that I was before I joined Scentsy, excuse the bird's nest. If I look back at the person, I was more judgmental. I was probably very outspoken. I was very fiery. I didn't think twice about having an argument in public with people. And you might be looking and thinking, I just can't believe that you're saying some of those things. And some of you might be like, I know those things. I've seen her in action. But I honestly think that when I joined Scentsy, something changed. I started to see, I obviously grew a lot of perspective because I had a really crap time, okay, going on. But more than anything, the thing that worked the most for me is the people that you surround yourself with. And that is something that I will sing all day long. I consistently started to hang, I didn't just change my friendship groups, because I have got the most incredible bunch of supportive friends. My close 8 have supported me from day one. We've been friends for 25 years, so I'm not sort of talking about them. But what I did in terms of when it comes to business, I started to look at people that I was inspired by. Laura Sawkins, massively inspired by that lady, how her outlook on life is positive all the time. You spend an hour with Laura, I promise you, you will literally walk away feeling like you're on cloud 9, and you will have a spring in your step, and you will feel like you can go and conquer the world. You know, Laura's, and that, just hanging around with different people has inspired me to be like, right, I need to do this. Something else changed that little voice, right, that's in my head. And it was, I am massively driven by success, right? So as soon as I see, took the plunge, did that live, and then I realised, or took the plunge, posted that post, or took the plunge, posted that selfie, for example. When I did those things, what I then noticed was the difference in my business. For example, more people were joining, or, showing that attraction marketing. It was drawing more people into me. I was getting new customers. People were recommending me. Obviously, I was putting out a different persona because I was surrounding myself with positive. So I naturally was a more positive person. I naturally was more smiley when I went live. Despite the fact of thinking, oh my God, who's going to be judging me? Is there going to be anyone on this live taking the absolute chronic pee out of me? And you know what? I just had to put that voice to the back of my head and be like, look, I'm not going to go back, I'm not going to watch that live, or I'm not going to go back and read that post. I'm just going to press the button. And I know that there are superstar directors that will be like, I can't write posts that are really, really long, that are really, really wordy, because I never say what I want to say. And I'm like, my thing now is take that comfort zone and just step out of it and do it anyway and see what impact happens. And what will happen is you will get better and better. I remember the first time I went live in here, I was an absolute quivering mess. I remember thinking that my uplines were going to judge me because all I was doing was regurgitating information that they had just given all of their team. And I remember thinking, oh God, they're going to think I'm copying them. And I remember having all of those negative thoughts. Now, when I hit the live button, I don't even think about it, to be completely honest. I don't think about who's the other side of the camera. I'm just concentrating, looking at my bird's nest and looking at my dinosaur pajamas and thinking, girl, you're absolutely crackers. I do pay attention to the number. I'm not going to lie. When the number goes from being really big to really small, I think, God, people must be sick of me. But at the same time, I also think you never know what people are going to be doing at the end. They're going to catch it up whenever they feel they want to. And you have to keep reminding yourself of the positive. When that negative voice comes in, it's like, right, okay, so what's the positive? What's the positive? We've got to be a Libra here. I'm a Libra. So we've got to give balance. We can't just always be, I can't, I don't, I will, I can't do that, I can't, I'm not very good at that. You've got to literally have that little voice saying those little positives. And it sounds really crazy. I feel like I'm talking to you about like the little voice in my head. But it honestly really, really works. Surrounding yourself with those positive people, getting that spring in your step, that's number one. Number two, finding those little voices to give you that balance and to be like, do you know what, I don't care. I promise, when you start to step out of that comfort zone, that little comfort zone of where you can control, and you start to do these things in your business, going live, writing posts about how you feel and your feelings, your emotions, maybe showing people all of the crazy washing that you've got going on in your life and being like, do you know what, this is me, I'm not perfect. If you haven't seen there's an Instagram post that I've got where I literally am standing on the bed and I could screenshot you. It's all like it right now upstairs in my room. My wardrobe is just insanely messy. But you know what? Owning that sometimes gains you more respect from people. They don't always want to see the perfect. And as soon as I started doing things like that and stepping into that comfort, out of that comfort zone, I noticed the difference in my business. I got more sales. So what I started to do was consistently, that C word, consistently step out of my comfort zone. This is why we're doing the live in July. I think I missed a day, so I do apologise if someone was looking for it, maybe 2 days. But that consistency of stepping out of your comfort zone and going live every single day will have an impact. There's a lady that I follow that's with Tropic, and she goes live at 8 p.m. every single day. On the dot, every single day, she will be live doing like some kind of facial situ on her live feed. And the same as Jessie Lee, she goes live at 8 p.m. every single night, and she does her orders. I mean, I've really thought about like when an order comes in, going live to actually box it up, bag it up, make it all look pretty, but I didn't know whether people might get bored. Something else that I did that worked really well was I unfollowed people that I was comparing myself to. Dexter, what are you doing? He's just run outside with a towel in his mouth. He's probably going to go and hump it, I'm not going to lie. I unfollowed people that, and I didn't unfriend them, I just unfollowed people that I felt that I was comparing myself to, and I was comparing my journey to, or I was comparing my Scentsy business to. I left lots of customer groups because I was in so many customer groups. I was looking at what everyone else was doing and spending more time doing that and not actually focusing on what I was doing, and not actually focusing, stepping out of my comfort zone and growing my own confidence. So I've not always been that confident person, and that's what I wanted to share with you, okay? So what has this taught me, okay? One, it's taught me that confidence is something that you build. As you get older, you become more confident. I could talk about this all day long, literally, in every aspect of my life. And it might be like in speaking to people that you don't know, or whether it's, you know, doing a Scentsy party, or whether it's, you know, ringing a customer rather than just messaging a customer. Even voice noting. I know some people can find voice noting really, really daunting. I never voice noted till I met Laura, and now I voice note like all the time. But what it's taught me, more than anything, it's taught me that it's okay to evolve as a person, and you need to evolve as a person. If confidence is something you struggle with, then you need to find a way to evolve. Confidence is a skill, it's learned, it's not something you're born with. You know, when you was a baby, some people might go, oh, they're a really confident baby. Yeah, it might be within you to be, you know, everyone's got different personality traits, and they've got that thing that's called the ID within them, but you're not born confident. You're not born confident. I bet if you put all newborns of a similar age to get them to try and, you know, walk or ride a bike, everybody does things at different phases. And it's something that sometimes you've got to work on that one skill and become more confident at it. For me, just stepping out of my comfort zone and owning the fact that I was starting another business, that was like stepping massively out of my comfort zone. Going live was something that I really struggled with. Honestly, I was really nervous, but the more I did it, the easier it became. You know, messaging my customers and not worrying about the fact that I might be bothering them, I've overcome that by, you know, just doing it and being like, oh, do you know what? I've just got to do it. You know, let's talk about this morning, for example. I thought, oh, do I want to send another broadcast to all my VIPs? And I was like, I will. I'm going to send them about the flower. I sent them about the 2 fragrance flowers. I sold 20 from one message, right? And I think that and that comes from having the confidence to be like, oh, sod it, I'm not annoying my customers. They'll soon tell me if they want to leave. Go with it. Step outside the comfort zone. Send that message. 20 fragrance flowers. And over an active order went in this morning from literally one message. And if I would have said, and I would have doubted myself and listened to the small voice that was telling me, oh, you've sent a lot of messages this month to your VIPs, I wouldn't have done that. And I'd still be like, right, okay, where am I going to get the next 200 PRV from? So it's taught me it's okay to evolve as a person. It's taught me that confidence is a skill and I need to learn it. It's also taught me to try and look for the positive in everything. Even when you feel like you're having the most negative day and you feel like everybody around you is... Hold on, Georgie said a really good line to me, which I absolutely love. She said something about it's not all sunshine and rainbows when it's all dark clouds and thunderstorms, or something along those lines, and I just loved it. So when it's all dark clouds and thunderstorms, look for the sunshine and rainbows, or be the sunshine and rainbows. Be that person. Don't worry about the haters, the negative mums at the school, or the negative friends that aren't supporting or don't get your journey, or that person that you're worrying is going to video you and share you live, or whatever. Do you know what? For people to be those type of people, and I've realised this through, and I tell you, Laura Sorkin, you've got a lot to answer for if you ever watch this back. Through being friends with people that are more positive, I've realised that those people have too much time on their hands. Those people have nothing better going on in their lives. Those people don't have something that gives them absolute passion, and those people are uneducated. And also those people, if they're not willing to understand about something that you love, who cares? Are they really friends? Are they really people you need in your life? No, they're not. So don't be, I can honestly say through having success, I have lost some friends. There are some people that I don't talk to anymore. There are some people, not I don't talk to, but I've pushed them away because I've become confident in myself and become confident in who I am. And I've taught myself to become confident about what I do. And if they don't like it, it doesn't matter. So, okay, what have I written here? This actually drives me as well. When you get people like that in your lives that make you feel that way, it drives me a little bit more to be a little bit more successful. I shared a really good quote this week that was something like, I'll share it in here, but it was like make people that are angry about your success even more angry by being even more successful, or something along those lines. It was really clever. At the end of the day, those people don't pay your bills, okay? I definitely look at people a lot more differently now, with a more positive outlook. I look for the positives in everybody. Not everybody's got all the positives, but I definitely do. And that has made a massive impact in my business, okay? And then more than anything, it's all about to try and teach yourself to be confident. If you're that person that thinks, oh my God, it just absolutely kills me to go live, or it absolutely kills me to write a post, or I'm only posting in my customer group twice a day because I'm worried about what everybody thinks. Try for me just for 2 weeks or a month, for 30 days, to overcome that one thing that literally gives you the heebie-jeebies all over. Because at the end of that month, I guarantee you will be telling me that you've had an impact. It's had an impact on your business because you've become more confident. You've become more confident at posting. You've become more confident at asking for Scentsy parties. You've become more confident at following up. You've become more confident at selling a wax bar. You've become more confident about a product that you didn't know about. You've become more confident at going live. Try it for me for 30 days. Okay? It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be, you know, but try it for me. And I promise you, it will make you lose those inhibitions, because soon it will just become something that becomes so natural, it becomes a habit. And that's what this Scentsy business is all about. I've definitely found that the more I've gone live in here to you guys, the more amazing you guys make me feel. And even if no one's listening, I know at some point you're going to watch it back. Someone's going to be watching. Even when I'm in my crumpled up pyjamas that are not quite ironed, and the fact that they've got dinosaurs on, if I wasn't feeling confident, I would have gone and got dressed. I would have gone upstairs and been like, right, I need to put something on. I need to make myself look half presentable. But my confidence has grown on this particular platform. So, teach yourself inner confidence. Teach yourself to be a little bit more confident. And hopefully, just by hearing somebody like me that is very confident now, has suffered with things where I've honestly had the same thoughts as you, I really, really hope that this maybe inspires you a little bit. Feel free to leave any comments below. I can't see any comments, and I don't know if you're commenting. Hopefully you found this a little bit inspiring. Happy Friday evening. I will be live tomorrow morning for our usual squad chats, and I'll speak to you all soon.